Hi, this is kayDbait. My last video just ended. I just started this one. I wanted to finish a lot of what I was going to say. I know I'm rambling, but this is one of those informative videos, so I'm allowed to, I guess. So, I don't like show-offs. I'm gonna go through all the parts again because now I have more time. If you're showing off and you're saying, you know, I know this and I can do this, and even if it's not an accurate portrayal, you're just trying to make yourself look better. I don't like that. You're allowed to be proud of yourself. You're allowed to say all the stuff you say. But when you're pretending that it's true when it's not, I don't like that. So show-offs, what's a good example of a show-off? Somebody that is in front of the Grand Canyon in their video. And they're not talking about anything. They're just there for the sake of having the backdrop. I'm trying to show how impressive I am without actually doing anything. Or kissing babies. I'm going to kiss a baby for my campaign, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's something everyone does. But if you're not helping the babies, why are you showing yourself helping the babies, sort of being nice to the babies? See, I read an interesting quote. It was, if the politicians are supposed to represent their constituents, why do their opinions matter? Because if all they're supposed to do is what's good for the people, then their opinions, while they matter, are not something that should control what they're doing. So yes, you know, you can't have an unbiased person, that they don't really exist, but when their entire thing is, I'm going to do this to get the votes, well, really, the people that are voting for them should have the say. So it's a much harder system to set up, but that's really how a democratic republic is supposed to actually work. So again, a show-off is just somebody that they're trying to make stuff look better than it actually is, or even that they're trying to kind of distract you from what they're saying. You know, and then I'll do this, and fireworks go off everywhere, and people cheer, and it's like, well, what did he say again? It's like, I wasn't really paying attention. I was just kind of watching it because it was cool. Okay, glorifiers. People that say one thing, and they're just trying to make things sound bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's not. A glorified, a martyr. It's like he sacrificed himself for us. He did this and this and this and this and this, and you don't mention any of the bad stuff that they did. And it's like, and then he died. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's a thing in their honor after they did die. Of course, you want people to, you know, remember them as the good things that they've done. But when they're trying to do it for profit, when they're trying to glorify something that they did for the sake of giving them more stuff, then that's wrong. That's abusing fact to confuse or to manipulate people. And manipulation of people is just wrong. You might as well be brainwashing them. You might as well be forcibly taking their brain and changing it for your own benefit. I mean, it's hard to do properly because, you know, if you say something just a little bit off and people realize what you're doing, and then you go down, you crash and burn. But it's manipulation, and I hate manipulation. I hate it with a passion. People that aren't honest. Pretty much everyone has a time when they're going to lie. But if you're going to lie for the sake of... what was it? My roommate threatened the Hispanic guy. He said, you know what? Let's go to HEB, because there's an HEB right over. Let's go to HEB at midnight tonight. And the guy's like, yeah, how about we go now? Bring it outside. Because the guy threatened him. And his eyes got all big, and he's like, wait a second. No. Don't threaten me. I was like, you just threatened him. Why? Because the jerk threatened the Hispanic guy. I'm going to call him Hispanic guy because I'm not going to say his name. And then the Hispanic guy said, no, let's take it outside now, because obviously he was trying to set him up for the cops. You know, let's go to, you know, HEB at midnight so that I can call the cops, so that when you punch me, I'm going to just say that you started it, blah, blah, blah. But the Hispanic guy said, bring it outside today, now, and horrible person said, no, you're not allowed to threaten me. I'm going to call the cops now. And we all said, what are you? You're an idiot. You threatened him first. He was just saying, let's just push up the time. I don't like fighting in the first place, but, yeah, you're wrong over there, stupid person. And then later on, he said, I never threatened him. I was asking him out for ice cream. Really? We were all groaning. Like, did he really say that? Did he actually say, no, I was asking you out to HEB, which would be closed, for ice cream. It's like, no, you're an idiot. Then he called all of us liars. All of us. There was 4 or 5 people here. You all are lying. I never even told him to go to HEB. What did he say? I never threatened Hispanics. I never said Hispanics should die. I never said Jewish people should be murdered. It's like, yeah, you did. We were all here. I never threatened you. I never did this. It's like, yeah, we were all here. He's not only lying badly, but he's lying to the people that he told stuff to just a few minutes before. So I don't like liars. Even if they're really good liars, I don't like them. Because it's stupid. If you can't be honest, what the heck do you have? I mean, you're just a person that's going to lie. And I hate that. I hate it so much. I've been lied to a lot in my life, so I've gotten good at figuring out when people are lying. But if you're going to lie about everything for the sake of your own benefit, who the heck's going to trust you? They'll trust you for a few days or a few sentences, and then you say something that's a lie, and then they find out it's a lie, and then they'll never trust you again, so you have to move on to the next person. You're a parasite. You're going to pretend to be something good, and you're going to be a horrible person, and no one's going to like you, and that's what I believe karma is. When you're a bad person, bad people like you, and good people don't like you, so you're going to be surrounded by jerks. And then your life is in the toilet. That guy was poor, and he was always bragging about how much money he had. And then we found out the only money he had was on loan. He actually took out a whole bunch of loans to brag about how much money he had. And then we found out he had no money because he had to pay off the loans, and it cost him a whole bunch more money. And it was really messed up. So he was actually making props after that. I mean, I'm going to buy all these expensive things and say how much money I have to make you guys feel bad, and and then when nobody's looking, I'm going to pay him back and return all this stuff. And it was weird. I really think he had a mental problem. Because everything he did was messed up. He even stole stuff from the house, which was really stupid because we actually found him doing it. I didn't steal that. I was borrowing it. It was in his bag. Yeah. I'm going to always use him as an example. He's the easiest person in the world. I'll never say his name. That's not fair. I'm not going to say his name so everyone hates him. I'm not going to post his picture or whatever. But he's the perfect example for what a bad person is. And you know what? If he finds other people that are like him, he'll be happy and he'll have a community and whatever, and that's fine. I don't care. He's allowed to do that. He has the right to be happy. But I don't have to be the person that he's around, sponging off of. So anyway, here it is. I don't like people that aren't reasonable. I don't like people that use the end of their argument to justify the start of their argument. Yeah, my roommate's done that before. I am royalty, therefore I don't have to listen to you. But I don't have to tell you why I'm royal, because I'm royal. And you're nothing to me. He has said that several times. I am better than you because I'm royal. And because I'm better than you, I don't have to tell you why I'm better than you. And then that rolled over to he was calling people baby killers for being in the military, and man, I hate that I like talking about how horrible he was. I don't like that in myself, that I take joy in talking about the horrible nature of these people I don't like that kind of get what they deserve. I don't like that in myself. It's kind of a boastful, it's kind of a prideful, it's kind of a hurtful thing to do. But I do like it. I like to be good, to feel good about, good things happening. And while I don't like bad things happening, even to bad people, He got kicked out of the house. Our landlord is Hispanic, or at least her daughter is. So when he said those horrible things about killing Hispanic people, my landlord said, he's out. Very seriously. And that's what happened. It's like, don't say you're going to kill my daughter, kind of thing. And he was out. And we threw a party. I'm being honest about that. We threw a party when he left. And that's it. We were happy that he was gone. We were happy that we didn't have to deal with him anymore. And the only time we talk about him now is when we're in this situation that's like, you know, if he was here, he would throw something at us right now because of the stuff we're talking about. And we're all just having fun, talking about politics and religion and this and this and this and this. We weren't allowed to when he was around. He would actually start yelling at us. And we were trying to figure out, well, if we're having the discussion when you're doing something, you have your headphones in, you're listening to your computer over there, and we're talking over here, why did you take your earphones out, close your computer, and start yelling at us? We weren't saying anything offensive. We were talking about history. We were talking about actual things that happened. And eggshells. We were walking on eggshells. That's how it worked. And now that he's not here, every day we'll sit here and talk about politics. It's what we like. We love talking. Everyone here, and there's like 8 people here. We all get together and it's like, hey, let's have a discussion, and we do. And he's been gone for about a week now, and we've had every single day we've had a discussion after that. And every single day it's like, you know what? If he was here, we couldn't do this. So we feel better, and I like that. So that's how it works. When you're surrounded by people that are just berating you with hateful stuff and being unfair and unreasonable, and you're not listening to other people's arguments, then it hurts. It hurts me. And when those are gone, I appreciate the freedom I have after that. So, man, I've been rambling about this for a while. That's really it, I guess. There's probably holes in my argument not in my argument, but in my discussion where I was talking about one thing and I shifted and I forgot to shift back. I do that sometimes. I apologize. But darn it, I'm happy where I am right now. I very much am, and I wasn't before. I was regulated by a person that wasn't being fair, and the only reason I was letting him regulate me is because, first of all, we thought the landlord owed him money, so we really didn't like, because he mentioned it, and we just assumed it was true at the time, that he had lent the landlord $2,000 and that he had immunity, and that was a lie. That was a long time ago when it was just kind of instilled in us. And now that he's not regulating us anymore, there's so much freedom here. And we're still figuring out, we can do this now. Because it was like, I moved some stuff over here and I moved some stuff over there. And we weren't allowed to go over there before. Because he had all this stuff turned inward. And if anyone went over there, he would yell at him for messing with his stuff, even though if we didn't touch anything. Now, I moved everything outward. So all the stuff is pointing outward. We have another cupboard. He had 3 cupboards to himself, full of junk. And when he moved out and we cleaned everything, we bleached everything down, cleaned everything, there's three cupboards over there. And, well, 2 of them are mine, technically, because everyone gets 2. But there's a 3rd one there. And actually a shelf over there that we weren't allowed to use. And now they're all open. And we keep stuff in them now. I'd point it over there, but I don't want to move the camera way over there because there's other people's stuff over there. But when you're being fair, when you're being just benevolent to your environment, other people will do the same, as long as they're not, kind of crazy. And that's what we have right now. It's good. It's awesome. It really is. And that's something that's important to me. I like being in a situation where I can just sit back, relax, and say, I'm in a good place, and I like it here, and I like the people I'm around. And, well, being tested is important, to figure out where your limitations are and where you're lacking in ability, like snapping. It's also good to know that, for now, I'm in a good place, and I'm happy. Okay, 15 minutes is almost up. So I'm going to say peace. Bye-bye.